Hello, welcome to meet you.
Welcome to meet you.
Doing something different.
My name's Robbie.
My name's Starts.
And we are at Clovelly. Golden hour, baby.
Golden hour. And we are going to see whether we can jump into the water.
We're going to see. It's very cold. We're currently in Mitch's car. Thank you, Mitch.
Mitch's car.
I'm living in it right now.
Due to the rental crisis.
A rental disagreement. Yes, no, I have been dubbed, the roommate from hell because I have only reasonable demands. Yes. No, it's all, hey, Dad, it's all my fault, isn't it? It's all, but you know what's great? Gas on the regular is cheaper than the rent that I was paying.
Yay! Robbie said this thing to me once when we were having an argument not too long ago. He said it a few times and it kills me. You say, I hesitate to leave every conversation like this feeling as though I'm the bad guy or something like that, as though I'm the cause of the problems.
In general with you and me?
Yeah, but like I think it was a reflection on like a string of hard conversations you've had where it's been like you've brought up something and then it's like, oh, okay, so what you're saying in response is I'm the problem. It's the problem lies with me.
I had to be honest that like I can't be doing everything wrong. You know? I thought and I felt it was vulnerable and honest to say that.
Yes, it stuck with me. It's very funny. It's something that I've thought but not been able to articulate for myself in the past. In relationships for sure, where it's like, hold on, have I found myself yet again in another situation where I'm about to fall on my fucking sword? I swore I had a good point at the start of this.
I know. It's interesting how
I saw it was valid. Robbie picked me up before coming here and he came into my apartment. It's in the middle of the day and all the curtains are drawn, and I revealed to you that I did an acid trip yesterday with another friend of ours, Nick. No?
Yeah.
And and we watched we watched a couple movies. You seen Water World?
No, actually.
Yeah, so
80s, right?
Yeah, 95.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, very very funny. And Battlefield Earth, John Travolta's Scientology movie.
Oh.
Where he
on
plays,
acid?
Yes.
Watching TV for your first acid trip?
Well, I don't know anything about acid.
I don't know anything but the telly.
So the safe bet is telly.
So the safe bet is that I'll have a fresh experience if I'm in my zone.
In my zone where I'm comfortable. Well, I thought that you partied on acid, and people have since told me, oh, no, you don't want to be at a party on acid. You want to be somewhere chill. And so like I don't know what to do.
I heard
it was a disorienting experience.
I think it was Nick Mullen that said on the Adam Friedland show or whatever, they were talking about doing shrooms, how doing drugs like that are only as good as the relief once they're over. Like you do them so that you can be relieved they're over.
That's so not true.
It's very true for me. I completely relate to that.
Because I think that's relatable for someone who's never had a really good letting go experience on those drugs.
No, I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Then how?
No, it's just
You just prefer it to be over. The relief that it's done.
It's a bullshit commitment that people trick themselves into thinking is anywhere decent, you know. I think it's rubbish.
Really?
No, I think it has its value, but I think people overstate stuff to do with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, Dart, your bathroom situation, how's it going? Because famously I might be living in a car, but you may as well be because you can't shit.
Yeah, I live in a fucking tip. I had Nick over yesterday, as I mentioned, and I spent all day. I got a new Dyson. I'm very excited about. I'll post a photo of the new Dyson.
Oh, we're all well aware of the Dyson. If you follow Dart on socials, you're well aware of the Dyson.
Well aware of the Dyson. All the trimmings on the end of financial year sale. I got the newest model. It's got the green light that shows you the particle. I feel like fucking Oppenheimer on this thing.
It's so funny. It reminds me of when I moved into my share house and I had a vacuum cleaner. You know when you go to a share house and the person that just left has taken everything of value?
Yes. Yep.
And it was very funny to love my housemates, beautiful people, but it's a very it sustains its humour, how their sort of glee and surprise going, oh, you've got a vacuum cleaner? Oh, you've got pots and pans? That's awesome. We don't have any of that. Oh, great. Oh, a towel?
You really have a towel?
So anyway, I think about that when I see your brand new Dyson. It's a great thing to get.
I love it.
And
I really love it.
It changes your life.
It does change my life. You've got one. It's in your room.
That's amazing.
And how often do you vacuum?
Every few days.
Unreal. It's amazing, especially my little apartment. You know, it's fucking.
Yeah.
And
so anyway, so you've got this bathroom that you share with both another apartment on your floor and the cafe downstairs.
Yeah, and
always occupied by the other people that are on your floor, and they seem to not clean it like they're meant to, but instead douse it with water.
Yeah, exactly. And so Nick was over yesterday. I've spent all day cleaning my apartment, and he's like, oh, this place is really cool. And this is the first time he's come over. And then he goes into the bathroom and he's like, man, that is full on. It's like you live in a hostel. And I was like, yeah, it's bad, isn't it? And then he was like, yeah. And then I'm like, it's a cool place. So he's like, yeah, it's cool. I'm like, in the Dyson, I got the new Dyson. He's like, yeah, it's just that bathroom. It's truly like, fuck, you pay the price, huh? Like having to deal with that. And I was just like, yeah, man. And he just like kept bringing it up.
Can't move past it.
It was the first time that I was like, fuck. Like most people seem to kind of, they'll say something and they'll let it go. But the bathroom was particularly heinous yesterday when I realized why he may have kept bringing it up. I don't know what happens, but there is like shredded wet toilet paper just all over the bathroom. I don't know what happens, how that happens. But it happens every like couple of weeks. And that was the situation yesterday. So the two things that have happened recently was piss all over the toilet seat when I went in there yesterday, which I was fucking fuming about and just fantasizing a bit about being catching the person who did it and fucking pulling them up. And the second thing, there's a dude that works in the cafe below. You know when you're at work and you want a break, you go to the toilet, sit on your phone for a bit. Yeah. Some people have done that. It's a common thing. He does that in my toilet.
And you work from home.
And I work from home. And it's really unreasonable for him to do that because he knows we often have awkward situations where he comes out because I've knocked because I can hear him on his phone just sitting there. And
I've knocked on him.
Yeah.
Doing
the little guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, sorry. And it's like, don't say sorry. Stop fucking doing it. If you want to go on your phone, like walk around the corner and do something, don't sit on the toilet here. Especially if you see me waiting. It's like a clear sliding door. The other day, I can hear him on his phone. He's there. The door's locked. And I'm walking up and I see his hand go and like he's holding the door so I couldn't open it. Oh. Like just like as in it's occupied. He's just holding it there and I can hear him. He's talking on the phone. I just knock.
He's just on the phone in there?
Yeah, he's talking on the phone. And so I had to kick him out. And
wait, so what happened? So you opened the door and he was like, oh, whoops, I've been found out.
So he held his hand there so I couldn't come in, kept talking on the phone, and I think expected me to walk away. And I knocked and was like, hey, man, like, I need to go. I need to fucking shit. Okay. Can you get out? I felt awkward in my own home. I felt as though there was ill will and it wasn't a good situation. So I knocked on their door and I recorded this and sent it to Robbie. Hey guys. I just wanted to say thank you for taking this stuff out like I asked. It's helpful and I appreciate it. I've noticed that you've been doing it. So sorry. I just wanted you to know, no hard feelings from me. So yeah,
No.
Yeah,
I think it's that CC now. I'm just walking.
Yeah.
And I need to go like uni, so we both have
very busy.
It's busy.
And you work do you work full time?
I'm over 6 years old.
Yeah, I know you're busy.
Morning to night. Like,
yeah.
Really appreciate that you're like dating us with us. But
you're great otherwise, and I know I look mean, so I just wanted to make sure that you knew there's no hard
I'm just
feelings.
really good. No.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries, but really sorry about that.
It's fine. No, that's fine. Thank you so much.
No worries.
And if you never need anything or something going on, don't hesitate to knock.
No worries. Thanks, Sos. No worries. Thank you.
All the best.
Cheers.
See ya. So I did that because I noticed that they had been taking their stuff out like I asked.
Nice.
And I thought, instead of just like we wouldn't look at each other in the corridors and stuff. So I thought I'd say thank you for making the change that I asked them to make. And then they're both doing uni and they're both working, I think, 2 jobs each. And so they said, we're just really busy. And I think that's fucking fine. I think that's fine. It's not, it sucks for me and I cop it, but if I was at uni working 2 jobs, I can see how it would be. You'd fall into the trap of not setting an alarm for your dryer or forgetting that you put it in there sometimes, or just chucking it in and going and doing the next thing and being absent-minded about that. You know what I mean? So I just thought I'd come at them with a little bit more understanding. I feel like you get better results from people when they feel good about you rather than feeling pressured.
Yeah, it's good to do the back and the forth. So you're both, berating if required and praising when required.
Exactly. What do you think about that?
Well done.
Thanks.
Yeah, nice. And so I think that'll make for a more fruitful relationship.
I hope so. We'll see. So we're saying hi to each other now. We have little chats.
Okay.
Are we doing this water thing or no?
Yeah, let's give it a go, shall we? Let's give it a go.
You're going to jump in.
Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. So we're at Clovelly Beach. We're in Mitch's car. Thank you, Mitch. I reckon let's go and see what the water's like. Yesterday, it was so turbulent that it was like apparently a washing machine. It was the scariest that my housemates have seen it, and they go here all the time.
And now it's dark too.
Now it's dark and
turbulent.
So let's see what it's like. We'll be back with you shortly. We'll see you soon. Thanks.
Bye. So turbo.
Okay, so here we are. Look at this. Look at this. So this is where we'd get in. Look at this.
Yeah.
All right, let's go down. Let's walk down. So Dart was just telling me about how terrified he is of doing this. Not terrified. What were you saying?
It's like getting up and going to work in the morning. That's what this feels like. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Really don't want to do it.
We're a prank show now.
Oh gosh.
Water World, let's go.
Come on. Get it. Oh!
No, that's not. Yeah,
This is like the Janoskians meets Jackass. Oh! Whoa.
Portable studio.
Portable studio and portable house. So awesome.
Yeah, everything's within reach.
It's so cool.
You a gum guy?
No. Are you?
Big time now. Big time.
What caused that?
Coffee at work. Going to the office a bit more.
Yeah.
I think after you have it, unless you literally are able to brush your teeth, it's common courtesy. It's politeness.
Something that Robbie does that not a lot of people would maybe know, and I've never seen anyone else do, is you will always hold in a burp and do it out a window or away from people. And blow it. So it'll go like this. And he'll blow it out the window. Never seen anyone do that. Very polite.
I consider it to be the height of politeness.
Ah.
And I am sickened that nobody else does it, really. But yeah, so I think the downside of it is that people that deride it think that it just brings attention to the fact that you burped, and it's just in itself disgusting to be burping within present company.
Yeah.
But I think that making the show of expelling it elsewhere makes up for that awareness.
I never see anyone burp these days, though. I've never noticed someone burp since I've been an adult, I think. Do you notice people burp?
No, but when...
I cannot think of one time that someone's like gone, burp, like friends, anyone.
No. Bosses?
No. Never.
No.
So like,
Can you think about having like a
like in
series-
theory, yes, it's like totally like lovely, but that's in a world where people are like you and I, and we're like, which we never do.
I think it's crazy to me because everybody must, because everyone likes fizzy drinks.
Yeah.
It's something that I've noticed at work is that it's hard to not be having the fizzy drinks or not be having the confectionery because it's so available and everyone likes that little treat. Everyone's going to be
Everyone in the office loves a treat.
Everyone's doing Tim Tam burps all the time. No doubt about it.
Okay. In theory?
In theory,
In
yes.
theory they are. Because what I think people do what you do, but have a more subtle way of doing it.
Yeah.
Because you blow out the burp. So you're actually giving it more of a projectile than it actually requires. And when I have a burp, I think what other people do as well, and tell us please, they'll be like, you can internalize it like jumping on your grenade. So you go like, and then just breathe out your nose.
No, but see
then what happens?
Well, then it just festers around you, doesn't it? It's like farting in your blankets. Yeah, it's a Dutch oven, but you know you're in for a world of hurt as soon as you ever need to do anything outside of that. And so I think that I'm signaling.
You're signaling.
Yeah.
It is a respectful thing, but as a close friend, do you know how I perceive it?
Go ahead.
That you're uncomfortable. Like, I think, I wish he was more comfortable that he felt like he could burp and not have to blow it out. Like, I'm just like, it's fine. Like, just burp. Like, I won't notice. Like, be comfortable enough to do that. But that's me projecting a definition onto it, but that's how I see it.
I understand that. I think I just find it so egregious. The smell is just so bad.
Burp or fart worse?
Burp. I actually think burp.
I actually think that I agree with you. I find... Did I have bad breath today? Could you smell my breath?
Not that I noticed.
Okay, good. Thank you. I think bad breath is the worst smell. And then I think second is bad smelly feet. And third is farts.
I agree with you entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a dip. Clovelly, it was, as you would have seen and heard,
Treacherous.
washing around. Heavy.
Got in there. Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice. Definitely completely changes your frame of mind. Makes you feel alert. That was a burp.
Do you want to open the car door?
Can you smell anything?
I'd rather you open the car door.
Can you smell it? Let's sit with it. Sit with the discomfort.
I'd rather not. Why?
No, I know you wouldn't, because it's discomfort. It's an experiment.
Why do I have to?
Because what we think might be happening here is a mind over matter thing. Then you're confronting this.
Yeah, right.
So the discomfort's in your brain. You want me to open the door, don't you?
A little bit.
Okay.
Why not? Yeah.
How do you feel now?
Bit more. Remember, this is my house. So you're sullying every sanctity. Okay, yep. That's nice, actually.
Okay. And you've been relieved of...
Oh, that feels nice. That is nice.
You were agitated by that.
It's nice to do that. So, yeah, she's a powerful mistress, that Ocean. You really need to respect her. I heard actually a story recently that Bridie was sharing with me. Somebody got taken by a rip, thankfully had sort of flippers on and like a watch on, sort of like a watch that, I don't know, a smartwatch.
Yeah.
And out in the fucking deep ocean tides, getting sucked out to all buggery, called the police,
What
the
a
ambulance, and was bobbing around.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
yeah.
Like, and I heard apparently he was very he remained calm the whole time.
Every call with my mum. That's what it sounds like on the other end. Mum, what are you doing? No, I'm just at home.
Is she distracted when she's talking to you?
Every time.
Really?
And it upsets me so much. I always tell her, like, and I'm really sensitive with loud noises, and she will crash plates, like dishes, and then it'll be, I'll say, Mum, can you please not? And then she'll say, right, let me just connect my headphones, and then we start with that.
Let me share with you some stuff I found online, if that's all right. So this is Welcome to Meet You with Robbie and Dart's Menagerie.
Menagerie. It's a long overdue one. We've got heaps.
And a menagerie is a time where we touch base with each other about some things that we've found on the internet that we think are of note.
Yeah.
علاج لازم تصبر علاج ايوه بس ايوه انطر ايوه 5 دقائق بس 5 دقائق ايوه اي والله صدق ورب الكعبه واحده فوق والثانيه
He's putting the moves on him. Oh, it's so funny, man. That's so funny.
So for those that are listening, you can watch this on the YouTube version of this, but it's basically elder abuse.
It's elder abuse.
It's somebody tricking their elderly relative with a face filter, like their eye's been fucked up. And there's violence as a result. This struggle here, the noise, it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. The comments are so funny. Bro, what the fuck are these numbers? And everyone's llama behavior. Straight up llama behavior.
The elderly man tries to spit at his son. Very funny.
I want to show you this. Jordan sent this to me. So I don't know who this is, but I think it's
yes.
You know who this is?
No, but you sent it to me.
Okay. February was a busy month. Here are the highlights. So this is a collection of pictures. So it looks like a beautiful wedding day. Sort of just kind of like a normal, nice day. The bride there. The happy couple kissing there. And then it's the same guy in a more sullen tone of colour looking onto a headstone at a graveyard.
With his wife.
And then it shows the picture of the headstone with the wife that we just
in memory of
Kim Kong.
Yeah.
And then
it's really funny, whoever this is. Oh, it's good stuff. That is good posting, man.
Isn't that really good?
It's
using
awesome.
So after that, using a weed whacker for the first time.
Yeah,
I think that's
really funny.
One of the funniest compilations I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good. What else we got?
Oh yeah, I don't know if you want to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a banana?
It's a banana. So Sophie sent this to me. So this is a giant banana, huge. It's basically the watermelon of bananas, I think. And the caption is, "This is the Hua Moa banana. Though rumored to be native to Hawaii, it was introduced by ancient Polynesians. The Hua Moa is known for its impressive size, growing up to 4 inches wide and 10 inches long. It's quite rare and difficult to find in the wild or local farmers markets."
Oh, it's so fucking funny. What a fucking beast.
So that is a beast.
That's
anyway,
a beast.
I wanted to show you those.
Yep.
I liked that. Now tell me, what would you like to share with me?
Oh, I've got so much. All right, a bit of cringe to get us started with. I'm obsessed with strong cheekbone boys and like BDSM posting with that.
There was one that you showed me recently. You sent me some videos of this guy that looks at people in supermarkets and it holds on his face with music. Can we look at some of those?
I've got a bunch of that in here. Yeah. he's so disarmingly handsome.
Let's look at some other ones from him because he's quite a phenomenon. I think it's
It's
really
genius.
I think it's really good. I
It
think
is
the
genius.
editing's fantastic, the idea's solid, and it's well
really-
shot. It's well edited. I think good on him.
It's really, really funny. It's really good.
It's not like nobody's being made the fool, really. I mean,
No.
he's just being a bit bizarre.
Yeah, for sure. It's awesome. Okay, this is this.
Yeah, it's a cool look.
Alright, let's see.
Yeah, you're hardcore. You need some tattoos now.
Alright, shall we?
So this is someone who is getting their head shaved in bed
This is on my hair.
because they're bedridden from long COVID, and washing their hair takes too much effort, so it's easier to shave it off, so that she doesn't get too fatigued because of the long COVID, which she's had since July 2022.
Aw. This is a really good decision.
I have such a small head. Oh my gosh.
I think this is fucking hilarious.
Feels really nice.
I would love to be there and just throw a bucket of water, cold water, on this person. It is the most grief, like fucking what is that, like Munchausen like bullshit I've ever seen.
Oh, there we go. Look, I just burped.
Yeah, I know.
You noticed?
I saw it.
Do you want me to? I'll open this.
No, you don't have to.
No,
It's
I'll open
fine.
it
I can't
because
smell
it's,
anything or experience anything
it's
from
all
it.
right. I'll just open this so
Okay.
it's easier for you.
All right, sure. That's
Just
it.
so it's nice and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was another one I liked.
You guys need a pad or tampon? Anyone need a pad? You? Okay. Great, there you go.
And then this is the last one.
Okay. Oh wow.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
No.
Keep watching. Keep
No.
watching.
No. What?
I say the best to last.
That's incredible.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I feel like we've got to go to something like that.
Yeah.
At some stage.
It's an incredible video.
Okay, let's touch base with something that seemed to move you quite a lot recently. It's a release by James Blake and Lil Yachty. It's a collaborative album called Bad Cameo. Yeah. You sent this around quite feverishly, and a screenshot as well of you pre-ordering the vinyl. Yeah. You love this thing. You said, can we please talk about it?
Yeah.
Tell me about your experience with this album. You're a big Yachty guy.
Yeah. It ended after I sent that.
What do you mean?
I got really excited because I loved one of the songs, Midnight, and I didn't go back to the album after that day. It was
Really?
just, I just got overhyped, and it's really embarrassing. And if I could unsend those things, I would. It's an okay album.
Oh.
Yeah. What did
Okay.
you think about it?
Well, I listened to it
Yeah, so did I.
on the plane.
Obviously.
Because you asked me to.
Yes.
And I'm a fan of James Blake. I'm not so much a fan of Lil Yachty. I don't really know anything about him or his music. Bridie shared with me that song, Little Miss Lady in the Yellow.
Yeah,
What's up? I think that song's great.
Yeah.
But I've never quite understood the appeal of him. The album was basically, it had some cool production, but I was unmoved. That was my experience.
What about that Midnight song at the end? when it kicks into that fucking one a tricks point never type. Like,
I'm sure it was cool. It's not unmemorable to me. I thought the opening was the coolest thing to me. There was like a spaciousness to it that seemed inventive, kind of risky or something. It seemed like it was doing something. And then some of the worst bits for me were twee in a horrible way, like the kind of that one like Midnight Man. What's that one? Missing Man. It just is like a Dickensian trap nightmare. It's just, it just seems really like, because I like some of that stuff like Kinks and like I like some sort of twee British crap, but that was sort of James, going a bit far, I think, and Lil Yachty being too high to know what was going on.
Which is funny because Lil Yachty doesn't get high.
Whatever. Sorry.
James Blake is a bit of a goober.
He is. I have to say, the main thing for me about this album beyond that was just noticing how much I feel towards that artist, because I love a lot of his music, like quite a lot. And I think that Playing Robots into Heaven album was pretty inspired relative to the thing that he'd done before it. But I frankly, I don't know how you feel about this, but I frankly don't care for his expounding on mental health in interviews.
I haven't heard him do that. Really? What's the type of?
Well, he's just like he's just one of those guys, mental health bad guys. And it's he had anxiety and stuff like this. He smoked a bit too much weed. It's just like, I don't know. I guess it's just not for me. Hopefully it's helpful for somebody. But it's interesting how much I might agree with the things that somebody says, but it doesn't endear me to them. I found that a weird thing.
That is a weird thing, and I don't know what the answer is as to why that would be.
Just like make good music and just shut up. I just think shut up and just make music. A little bit. I feel that way.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the time I was at a wedding one time and I got stuck talking to one of the most boring people I've ever met. He was a husband of someone I went to school with.
Right.
And I was chatting to him and he was really drunk. He was like really obnoxiously holding me in the conversation. Like I felt like he might have been taking the piss out of me, but he wasn't. And he was just talking about how he worked in marketing for a golf company. Talking about how great it is. He gets to play all this golf. He loves golf. He's like this. He looks like James Blake. He's like this tall white guy. And then he was talking about what an advocate he is for mental health and how in this golf advertising and marketing that he does, he wants to focus on how good it is for men's mental health going out and playing golf. And I was just like, this might be a conversation that's too far for me to nicely just say, like, I needed to get out of there because it was like bringing my vibe down. It was fucking me so hard. I was having the best night of my life, and this guy, I hate this guy for putting me through that conversation.
This guy was LinkedIn.
Can you imagine? Yeah, he was LinkedIn personified. Patting yourself on the back for thinking that you're going to do golfing marketing that focuses on men's mental health. It's like it's a parody.
We also, so you've got the vinyl coming.
Yeah.
Probably not cheap.
I got the Grey Deluxe JB Hi-Fi exclusive, and I think it was, I don't know.
It probably wasn't cheap because the other interesting, probably the only interesting thing for me about this album is that this is James Blake's first independent release, like in quite a while, I think.
Oh, right.
So he's been having some label conversations. He sort of started putting things out on this other streaming service because he has issue with the royalties, understandably. And so that's kind of interesting that he feels, unencumbered to express himself. That's kind of cool. The album cover's cool, I think, to be honest.
He kind of reminds me of like a circumcised Fred again. Like Fred again still has the hood, and then James Blake is uncircumcised Fred again. We've got them both, which is lucky.
Imagine them on a track.
Imagine them on James Blake and why haven't they got on a track? They're like the same person. Tall, English, royal, twee.
Dart, you also compelled me to watch something recently that I thought was incredible.
Yeah, I was really excited for us to talk about this. And I think, guys, if you take one takeaway from this episode, it's you guys need to watch this. Like, you really do. The reason this is such a big deal is this guy's a nobody. He submitted a script to Harvey Weinstein before the fucking shit hit the fan with him. And Harvey Weinstein read the script from a nobody with no credentials, no directing ability, writing, or whatever experience. And Harvey Weinstein said, I believe in this project so much that I'm basically going to champion this kid. I think he's the new Tarantino. This guy that has been given this opportunity by Harvey Weinstein is also in a band with all his shithead mates that he brings up with him through this opportunity. The band is like this 90s rock, like, you know, they dress like they're in the Matrix, kind of like Creed adjacent type thing. Very funny, semi-competent, but like has aged like shit. And not only, like, basically he says to Harvey Weinstein, I want to make this movie. I want to direct it. Thank you for, you know, that. I also want to do the music for it with my band. So he gets a movie deal and he gets a record deal for the band. And it's the first time, I think, that somebody of such low profile has been given like $3 million, like a movie contract and a record deal. And it just, his head becomes undeniable. He's a narcissist that has been given the world on a platter, and it's it's just the band photos because of that are just fucking incredible.
Yeah, so near the end, they eventually put together an album after these long-winded, awful-seeming recording process for the album with one of the Doobie Brothers was like producing.
Yeah.
Anyway, one of the brothers has this very heartfelt and articulate put down of the protagonist. Basically was just sharing his heart, really, and going like, hey, your priorities are all over the place, basically, and I'm finding it really difficult to give my all to this group because you seem to care more about the movies, and this is my brotherhood, this is my everything. You know, I'm kind of giving my notice that if you don't change, well, I'm walking. Yeah. And the protagonist's, I wish we knew his name, his response is, I don't give a fuck. If you want to walk, go fucking walk. Take a fucking hike. Yeah. And then it shows, so then it cuts. The editing's fantastic in this movie. It cuts to this extravagant, lame-ass Matrix-adjacent photo shoot with the brother, presumably, you know, putting his tail between his legs and just going with whatever the protagonist wants. Yeah. It's a great piece.
It's a brilliant piece because why it's such a unique look is because this guy's narcissism, because he doesn't view this as a downfall, he views, even while he's in his downfall, he views it as there's going to be some redemption where he takes down Hollywood because he's so talented and undeniable. He never tells the documentarians to turn the camera off, save for two instances. He said he never told us to, even in the worst, lowest moments, he never told us to turn it off except for two instances. So because he perceives it as this redemption story, we get to see everything. We get to see the ugliest sides of somebody, of a narcissist who's been given, of a really unique narcissist who's been given a really unique opportunity, and seeing what happens. It's a truly unique story.
Why were you so keen for me to see it?
It strikes a chord of hilarity that I've never experienced before. It's like despairingly depressing.
It is.
Yeah, and I thought that you would be in awe of that existing and you not having known about it, because I think it's one of the most spectacular stories that I've ever seen.
I was squirming in similar ways to watching The Curse.
Yes.
I was like, I was squirming. I was going like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my, like, I can't, I think I said like 5 times, I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm seeing this.
That's why I was excited.
Yeah,
I knew that would be your reaction. I watched it with Sean at my place, and Sean, it's so farcical. Sean thought it was like This Is Spinal Tap.
He thought it was a Christopher Guest
until
movie.
the end of it. He was like, "Oh, imagine if that movie was a thing," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "This is a document. This is a
He was
documentary."
high, we should say as well.
He was high, but he thought it was fake. It's so unbelievable that you think it's fake. These people are so cringy that you think they're actors, comedy actors.
Yeah,
they're the most sexist, vile,
yes,
self-important, tasteless goons.
Yeah.
That have been handed the keys to Hollywood, and it's awesome, man. It's like a Tim Heidecker, like Decker.
It is.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Completely.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So, guys, check out Overnight. It's I don't know where it's available, but it's fucking awesome.
Get Streamio. I don't know if we should say that. Can we say that?
Get Streamio. Yeah.
Streamio. We need to. We'll be the Hamish and Andy of Streamio. So they've got Hubble. Dart and Robbie, we are for Streamio.
We are for Streamio.
We're like Pirate Bay, Hamish and Andy.
We are.
So we got in touch with you. We shared some sort of cringy experiences we've had as fans with people we admired. We got this amazing email from this person that I'd like to read, if that's okay.
Please.
Hi, Dart and Robbie. I'd like to submit my cringe Meet Your Hero story. It involves trying to give my own music to a movie star who I was obsessed with at the time. In my early 20s, I went through a really heavy phase hitting that Zaza. It was a bad habit and got to the point where I was essentially getting baked as soon as I got home from work and waking and baking if it was weekends. It was a tough time in my life as I was in a pretty toxic relationship all throughout high school that ended super ugly, so I started my late teens just not knowing how to be single and became a bit reclusive. Sorry to hear. Because I was essentially mourning my unfulfilling and depressing teenage years, I became obsessed with those old Molly Ringwald Brat Pack movies. Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink. They were fun, melodramatic teen movies that helped me vicariously experience what a high school life again. Anyway, I became pretty obsessed with Molly and actually wrote and recorded a song about her. It's pretty cringe looking back at it now, but it's professionally recorded and I put a lot of effort into it, so I thought she'd like it. Anyway, in 2013, Molly Ringwald announces out of the blue that she's coming to Australia to perform with her jazz band. I knew nothing about her music, but bought a ticket just so I could go see her. After I bought the ticket, I thought, wow, this would be a great opportunity to give her my song and see if she likes it, and build this fantasy in my head that she would be super touched and grateful for the sentiment. So I burnt a CD of it and put a note in it explaining how much of a fan I was and how her movies got me through an extremely dark period in my life. I included my email address and asked if she wouldn't mind giving me some feedback on the song. So the night gets here and I bring along a girl I was seeing who eventually became my wife. She probably thought it was weird as fuck, but got caught up in the possibility of Molly reacting positively too. We get to the night and we sit through her show, which was actually surprisingly good. Molly says after she'll be signing her jazz CDs if we brought one, and I thought, yes, this is my moment. We wait in line for about 40 minutes, and my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, holding the CD, waiting to give to her. I finally get to the desk, and I hand her a copy of her CD to sign. She's polite and small talks briefly, but she's clearly a bit tired after a long signing session. After she signs it, I say, I wanted to give you this CD. It's a song I wrote and recorded about you. I would love for you to listen to it if you get the chance. Her politeness and small talk quickly turns to an uncomfortable forced grin. It was like I handed her a handmade creepy doll with her face on it or something. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for that, she says. She then quickly pushes it towards the end of the table to her handler, who just leaves it on the table staring at it. Nobody says anything else, and after a weird smile from her, I get moved on. The moment felt like it was in slow motion and was one of the most uncomfortable interactions with a person I've ever had, and I have no idea why. I'm sure she gets weirdo, rabid, man-child fans, and perhaps I came across as one. I don't know. I walk back to the girl I came with, completely embarrassed. It was horrible, and the moment is burnt into my memory forever. I tell my mum when I get home, and after a few weeks of no email from Molly, my mum finds her fan mail email and completely roasts her, calling her an ungrateful bitch and she should be ashamed of herself. She receives no reply. I've never ever wanted to meet a celebrity or musician ever again. If you want to hear the song, here's a link. Thanks so much.
I watch my living wall as she fills my TV screen. I'm drunk lying on my couch and she's calling to me. I'm dreaming.
Welcome to you, everybody. Thank you for being with us in the car edition. See you next time. Hope you have a wonderful day. Follow the Instagram, the TikTok too, and I've got a Patreon where we have more stuff for you to listen to on the regular there. So get involved if you like, and thank you very much.
Peace.